Hello everyone, good day from wherever you're watching. You're all welcome to the Renewed Parenting Platform. My name is Chioma Odikolo and I refer to myself as a renewed parent, a masterpiece and a work in progress. So today we'll be discussing about language skills for our toddlers. For the past 2 weeks, we've been talking about developmental milestones for our toddlers, and today we'll be talking about language skills. And I said earlier in the previous video why I decided to pick this topic up was because I saw a good number of parents struggling. I saw parents getting angry, getting overwhelmed, getting, agitated when their toddlers exhibit a particular behavior that is developmentally okay. So I thought it wise for us to come learn about it and know what is okay for our toddlers to do. So today we'll be talking about language skills for our toddlers. So how can we help our toddlers build their language skills? What can we do as parents to be of help to our toddlers? Now we'll go straight into our conversation for today. Now, during the toddler years, children's language development grows rapidly. So the language development of your toddler grows rapidly. In fact, as a matter of fact, as a parent, you should hinge upon that opportunity to build or to grow the language skills of your toddlers. Most of us, what we say, we just say, oh, this child is too small. This child does not understand what I'm saying. How can I have conversation with my toddler? I'm going to wait when my toddler is about 5, about 6, about 7, when my toddler can have conversation, when my toddler can reason before I will start to build their language skills. But the truth is that when a child is born, those early years, especially the first 3 years, they are very important in developing the skills, the language skills of our toddlers. As a matter of fact, our toddlers are picking up everything. They are picking up everything without your knowledge. And the skills they build for the first 3 years will be the skills that will help them on in the next 3 years. So it's very important as parents that we understand that this age is this age is very important. We need to make use of this age, which is a very good window of opportunity to build the language skills of our toddlers. Don't say they are too small, they are too little, they won't understand what I'm saying. They understand what we are saying. So it's very important for us to take note of this age and to make use of this window of opportunity to build the language skills of our toddlers. Now, toddlers gain the ability to say words clearly. They gain the ability to combine words into phrases and express their needs and their wants. Most times, our toddlers are expressing their needs to us, but we don't. Most times, as parents, we're not paying attention. We're not patient enough to even understand what your toddler is saying. The truth is that, they communicate. If we can be patient and listen to our toddlers, they communicate through phrase, through words. Sometimes you might even see your toddler pointing your hand towards the direction of something they need. They communicate every day. They communicate with us, but we have to come to fact that these children are communicating, and you don't just treat them like, oh, this is a doll, you're just a baby doll. Let's come to the fact that, okay, I need to communicate with my child the same way I communicate with an adult, the same way I communicate with a 5-year-old. I should be able to communicate with my toddler definitely in an age appropriate way. But we should come to terms that this age is very critical for our toddlers to build language skills. They are gathering a lot of things from everywhere. They are gathering cues. They are gathering a lot of things from their environment. So it's very paramount for us to understand that they are actually building language skills. And our duty as parents is to facilitate everything they need to build these language skills. Now, how do we develop language skills in our toddlers? Yes, I know someone will be saying, oh, this is a toddler. What do I do? How do I build the skills? Now, I'm going to run with us just few ways how we as parents can start to develop these language skills for our toddlers. Number 1, speak clearly to your child. Yes. As parents, we're expected to speak clearly to our children. When you are speaking with your child, speak with your child in a clear tone. Don't speak with your child like, okay, I want to talk to a baby, so I'm going to use a baby tone. No. The same way you talk to an adult, as I said earlier, is the same way you communicate should be the same way you communicate to your toddler, definitely in an age appropriate way. You break down your words, in a way your toddler will understand. So speak clearly to your toddler. Open your mouth and talk to your toddler. Don't just be saying the words inside of you. When you're doing anything, speak clearly to your toddler. When you're dressing your toddler up, be calling the names of what you're using. You can say, this is your shirt, this is your blouse, this is your skirt, this is your socks. I want to put on your socks now. I want to put on your diaper now. We want to have a bath. Can we cover you up with a towel? We need to speak clearly to our toddlers. Don't just be doing your thing as a parent by the side and don't communicate with the toddler. Most of us, what we do is that, okay, we don't communicate with our toddlers. We just feel they don't understand. They are just babies. They are just there. So let me do my thing. For instance, you want to give your toddler a bath and you just prepare the water. You go to the bedroom, no conversation, nothing. You just bath your toddler. You take your toddler out. No. But as a parent, when you understand that you need to build the language skill of your toddler, you use every opportunity. You use every opportunity you have as a parent to communicate. You use every opportunity you have to talk clearly to your toddler. When you're beating your toddler, you're communicating in clear terms what you're doing to your toddler. When you want to feed your toddler or when you want to give your toddler a plate of food, you're communicating in clear terms what you're doing. That is what we should do as parents. We should speak clearly to our toddlers. And the more we speak clearly to our toddlers, the more we help our toddlers build these language skills they need to thrive in life. So be that parent that will always speak out. Don't be the parent that you're singing and you don't want to sing out. You have your toddler there. Don't be the parent that will just be with your toddler and just feel, oh, this is just a small baby. The baby does no, the baby understands. Have conversations with your toddler. Most times our toddlers they communicate to us through different ways. Sometimes they might use their eyes, they might smile, sometimes they might cry. Even crying is a means of communication. They are talking to us on a daily basis. The question we should ask ourselves, are we paying attention to listen to what our toddlers are saying? So please speak clearly to your child. Speak clearly to your child. Have conversations with your child. The second way we can help to develop this skill in our toddler is repeat what your child says to show you understand. For example, your toddler has told you, okay, I want water. As a parent, to build this skill, you can repeat, did you say you want water? Just repeat, re-emphasize what the toddler has said, to just make the toddler feel, okay, my parent, my mom or my dad understands what I'm saying. The more you repeat, the more your toddler gets used to these words, the more it builds their language skill. So when your toddler is playing, when your toddler has come to cry, to ask you for something, just repeat the same thing your toddler has said to just, to make your toddler understand that, okay, I understand what you said. I heard you clearly. So that's another way we can help our toddlers build the skill. Just talk, 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 talk. Just keep talking. Keep having conversation with your toddler. So by doing this, we'll help our toddlers build these skills. Another way we can, build these skills for our toddlers is to cut out pictures of favorite or familiar things. What are those things that your toddler like? What are those things or animals that when your toddler see, your toddler is just fascinated, your toddler is just talking about it, your toddler is excited, what are those things? You can cut out a piece of paper. You can show your toddler these things and you can be naming these things. Oh, this is a bird. This is a sheep. This is a cat. This is a dog. Different things that, that your child likes, that is your child's favorite. You can cut it out, in a piece of paper, or you can get a paper that has these things and begin to show it to your toddler and begin to call the names of these things so that your toddler can repeat after you and learn the names of these things. Then number four, another way we can help our toddler build the skills is to help our children understand, that it's okay to ask questions. In fact, we should even encourage them to ask questions. The truth is that most times we as parents, we shy away from our children's questions. Most times we're not patient enough to even listen and understand the questions our toddlers are asking. But how can they improve their language skills when they don't ask questions? How can they improve their language skills when they cannot come up to you and say, Mommy, I need this, I need water? The best way they can improve, or one of the ways they can improve their language skills, is to ask questions. So please encourage your toddler to ask questions. And when they ask questions, don't shut them down. Don't say, what do you even know? What are you even saying? Don't shut them down. Don't be that parent that will shut down your child. Listen to your child. Encourage the child, encourage the child to even ask more questions, because you understand that the more this child asks questions, the more this child builds, his or her language skills. So another way we can help our children develop these language skills, ask them questions that involve them making a choice. For instance, you bring two dress, okay, and you ask your toddler, do you want this one or this one? Or you bring two different set of innerwear. You say, do you want this one or this one? Just be creative. Think of those things that will make your toddler to engage. Think of those things that will make your toddler to engage. Do you get? Think of those things that will make your toddler to want to talk, to want to express themselves, to want to say, no, I want this dress. No, I don't want this one. Give them opportunity to make choices. By doing that, our toddlers are better able to express themselves that, okay, this is what I want. This is what I don't want. Another way we can help our toddlers develop this skill, is to help our toddlers learn new words. Yes, as parents, it's our duty to go out and say, okay, what are these words I'd like my toddler to learn? Could it be 2-letter words? Could it be 3-letter words? Could it be 4-letter words, depending on the capacity of your toddler? Look for new words of interesting things that interest your toddler, as I said, and begin to give out these things. Show your toddler these things so your toddler can say these words. For example, if your toddler likes car, you can get a car, you can get a picture of a car and show the toddler new word. Probably you could write a word and beside it you drew a car, new words of things. We should just fill our toddlers with words. What our toddlers need is words. And one of the ways they can get these words is by conversing with them, is by having conversations with them. If you need to get a book that talks about new words for toddlers, you can get it and begin to teach your toddler these words. When we empower our toddlers with these words, it also helps to reduce their tantrum, because they are better able to communicate their needs. Because one of the reasons our toddlers throw tantrum is because of lack of communication. They want to communicate something. It's because of lack of language. They want to communicate something, but they don't have the right word. They don't have the right language. So as a parent, you can go get a book that has, or get any material that is okay for you, that has new words that you would like to teach your child. By teaching your child this, or even flashcards. Yes, there's some flashcards that you could get that have words on them. By teaching your child these words, you help to improve the vocabulary of your child, and it just makes the child to be more expressive. Now, another thing as parents we should do, if you're getting games and toys, get games that will make your child to have conversation. Get games that will make your child to talk. You could even get games that will make your child, games that are collaborative, games that your child will need to do with probably another of their sibling or with someone else, so that the more they do these games, the more they converse, the more they have conversation, the more they are talking, the more they are building language skills. So I'm going to share with us, I've shared with us how we can develop these skills. Now I'm also going to share with us another thing we need to encourage in the lives of our toddlers. We need to encourage our toddlers to play. We need to encourage them to play. In fact, the work of your toddler is to play. Encourage your toddler to play, because through play, children learn to use language. because the more they play, the more they express themselves. When they fall on the floor, they cry, they get up, they express themselves. When they are playing with their siblings, so, sometimes they are angry, they are expressing themselves, they are discussing, they are laughing, they are expressing themselves. So allow your children or allow your toddlers to play, because the more they play, the more they express their thoughts. The more they play, they express their ideas. And the more they play, they also learn to listen and to respond to other people. Because as they are playing, they are taking instructions, funny enough. When they play, they take instructions. When they play, they learn. There are so many things, that playing does for a toddler and for a child. So our duty as parents is to facilitate these things that will help to build their language skills. What is that thing you need to start to do today that will help your child build his or her language skill? Encourage your child to play. Encourage your child to go outside and play. If you have the space, fine. If you don't have the space, you could make plans to go to the park, or you could go to a play area, or you could just go to an open field that is safe. Encourage this child to play, because in playing, they build language skills. Don't be that parent that will shield your child, because when you shield your child, you're not doing your child any good. Because the more you shield your child, the less the child communicates. And that is not what we want for our children. We want our children to build the skills. We want our children to be able to express themselves. Now, finally, another error most of us make as parents is that this critical age of a child being a toddler, this is the age that our children are building language skills. So the error most parents make is that they just say, okay, this child doesn't talk so much, he's not really conversing, we're not having conversations. What most parents do is that they now give their toddler a screen at this time. When you give your toddler a screen, you're not doing your toddler any good. It could be your phone, it could be a gadget, it could be an iPad or anything. When you expose your toddler to this thing so early, it helps to reduce their language, because they are not having conversation. It's just one way. Imagine giving your toddler your phone to watch something on your phone. Your toddler is not saying anything. Your toddler is not speaking to anybody. Your toddler is not improving his or her language skills. Your toddler is not conversing with anybody. Your toddler is just consuming. Your toddler is just consuming. And by doing that, you're not helping your toddler build language skills. Now, most parents, I've heard a lot of parents say, oh, my child learns, my toddler can say the alphabet because my toddler watched this particular program. My toddler can say numbers because my child watched this particular program. But the goal we should have as parents is that, can my toddler have conversation on topics outside 1, 2, 3 and outside ABCD? Is the child really learning from the screen? Do you think your toddler is really learning from the screen? When you give your toddler that screen, you're just reducing the language skill of your toddler. You're reducing the vocabulary of your toddler, and you're not doing the toddler any good, because it even has more negative effects than even the good effects. So as parents, we should increase and improve the language skills of our toddlers. And one of the best way we can do it, that is available to most of us, is by talking. Keep talking, and don't stop talking to your toddler. Anything you're doing with your toddler, make sure you have conversations and tell your toddler what you are doing. Every action you take, provided your toddler is there, talk to your toddler. You're reading a book and your toddler is there, read it out for your toddler to learn, to hear. Another way is even by reading to your toddler. Yes, get a book and read out to your toddler. Don't only read to your adult children or to bigger children. Read also to your toddler, because the more they hear these words, the more it helps them to build their language skill. So as a parent of a toddler, would you be an advocate for your child? What is that thing you begin to do differently to improve the language of your child? Most parents complain, oh, my child is this age and my child is not talking. The thing is that you should check what you're doing. Are you talking to that child? Are you having conversation with that child? Have you replaced conversation with screen? Most times we're tired, we're exhausted, you're in the kitchen, you don't want your child to disturb you. What do? You give your child your phone and you're cooking. The child can actually join you, just age appropriate, provided it's safe. You have conversation, you're cooking, you're talking. You're walking on the road, you're talking. You want to put your toddler to bed, you're talking. It is definitely going to improve the language skills of your toddlers. So, as parents, let us create the right system. Let us create the right environment to build the language skills of our toddlers. And as I said in the session or in our conversation today, one of the ways of building the skills is by talking. Just keep talking. The same way you talk to every other adult in the house, that is the same way you should talk to your toddler. Sing to your toddler. Smile with your toddler, sing out loud, dance with your toddler. Just keep talking and talking and talking, and create environment, create the system and the room for the toddler to have conversation. Create system for the toddler to have communication, to communicate with other children. Probably they are playing with a toy and they are talking. They are playing with a toy. One person is crying and the other person is reporting the other person. They are talking. All these things are activities, are little things here and there we can do to improve the language skills of our toddlers. So, as a parent, what would be that thing you'll be doing differently today to help your toddler improve this skill? Remember, these skills are the skills they need later on in life. In fact, they need these skills in the next 3 years of their life. They need these skills. Even as adults, we need language. We communicate every day. In fact, there's hardly anybody that can do without communication and language now. So, as a parent, what would you do? Your job is to create the right system, the right environment to have conversations and to communicate with your toddler. So thank you very much for listening to me today. I really do appreciate your time, and I believe you've gotten one or two from this class that will be beneficial to you and to other parents within your circle. Please like our video, share this video with other parents of toddlers, or you have a family friend or someone you know that has a toddler that is struggling. Share this video with them. Let's make the world a better place. Let us all get informed and see how best we can help our toddlers to be the very best, to achieve the goals we've all set out for them. And also remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel called the Renewed Parenting Platform. Thank you very much. To have a great day, and remember to be renewed in your mind. Remember to put into practice what we've discussed. Remember to put into action, to implement, even if it's one thing you're going to implement today. It's good to implement. Remember to go into action to implement all we have said today. Thank you very much for listening to me today. To have a great day, and see you in the next series here in our series. See you in the next class. Thank you very much. Have a great day, and bye.